Hello, thanks for joining me today on Discovering My YouTube. And well, today I'm going to be kind of going through my whole process of how I've kind of changed over my videos. Now, maybe you already have your process. Maybe you're watching one of the gurus and doing what they tell. Essentially, this channel is about me going through my process and telling you about it. Not that I'm a guru. So I'm actually working towards being monetized. I have several channels and I'm hoping to get at least one of them monetized by the end of August, so about 4 months from now. And that whole process has kind of come into play because I want to get more videos done. I want to be more consistent with getting my videos done, not necessarily because that's what the gurus recommend, but because I feel like if I could do that, I'm going to start to see what's working and what's not. And of course, they do mention that in their videos. A lot of the gurus will talk about it. So my last video talked about skipping editing, and essentially this video is not going to be edited. I'm going to be going through from beginning to end, and I'm going to get rid of editing. But let's talk about my process. So my process is essentially I have a title, and I know I want to talk on this video about process. So that is for all my channels. I know what I want to talk about, so I kind of base that on my title. So I get my title set up, and I know I'm going to talk about the process of making a YouTube video. Then I'm going to make a thumbnail that's around that, but I'm not going to make the thumbnail until I'm done the video. Now I may do the video more than once. So in this case, I think I'm on my third take, and I found that doing that instead of doing a script is much more important because I know I want to talk about the process. Now they say don't talk about something on camera unless you're an expert. Well, who could be more of an expert about what I'm doing than me? So I don't really need to script it out. I just need to have a plan and a process of how I'm going to do it. So as I'm working through the video, I'm going to be talking about the kind of the stages of what I'm doing. So I've already gotten away with editing, and now I've gotten out of scripting. Now I wouldn't say I'm totally unscripted. I kind of know what I want to talk about, right? I have a title, and I know that I want to kind of follow a certain line. So that is kind of a form of scripting, but I'm not actually doing word for word or even, point by point. Now, once this video is done and I'm happy with it and I'm excited about it, I'm going to take that video and I'm going to go ahead and make that thumbnail, because now I know that my title and my video are what they want, and I'm going to finish up that thumbnail to kind of attract people. I have struggled with kind of people who do click on my video then watching past that 10 seconds, and so I want them to know this is what you're getting this kind of from the thumbnail. I don't want it to be a surprise. Now it may not be exactly what they were expecting, but at least the title and the thumbnail are going to be directly linked to what the video is. Now I skipped the editing, and now I've gone to the thumbnail. I go past the thumbnail. Now I got to produce it. That's really easy. Just upload it. It takes a little bit of time. I put in all my little, SOS, SES, whatever they are. I don't even care. But I put all my stuff that the algorithm is supposed to care about. I put in my description, and I put that up there. I mean, I shouldn't say I don't care, because, obviously if the algorithm sends my video to people that don't want to watch it, it's not going to help me out. So I try and be mindful of what I'm describing. A description, title, and then some keywords, which they say don't really matter anymore. So I focus more on the description. I put in whatever links I need, and then I just move on. I try and have this process done, I'd say roughly a half hour to 45 minutes is how long it takes me to do a video, probably closer to a half hour, because I'm going to do, I think, 5 videos in about 2.5 to 3 hours, and that'll be for all my different channels. I'm going to be able to do that daily, and therefore, it kind of makes everything kind of fit into a nice little ball for me. I'm going to get lots of videos up. I'm going to see what people kind of like and don't like. Maybe I'll get lots of thumbs up. Maybe I'll get lots of thumbs down. Maybe people will just tell me to go jump on the lake. Doesn't really matter. I'm getting feedback so that I can learn from that and kind of determine how do I want to make my videos better for somebody else. But if I'm going by the old way I was doing it, where I'm doing all this editing and taking all this time, I got nothing and I'm hardly getting any views. So the feedback I'm getting is really not that great, because I don't know if it's somebody who is just loves everything, or somebody who hates everything, or somebody who just wants to be mean. But if I have like 1,000 views, I can now, start to determine, do people like it? Are people coming back after watching another video, and go forward from there? So that is the process. It's very simple, very straightforward. I'm hoping that that's going to catch on, get me monetized by the end of August, and voila, that's my process. So I hope you'll click subscribe and like. Follow along as I'm trying to get monetized this summer, see how things work. I have several channels that are going. Once I got it figured out on one of them, I'm going to share what channel that is, around, not necessarily specifically, but what genre, and yeah, tell you a little bit more. We'll see you for the next video.